21. Go ahead.
And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Like 20! Come on.
On first down, Garoppolo. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
11. Hey, gun.
44's Mike. Check. Watch the run.
11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Here we go. 60 or X3. 218. Chop.
He's checking.
Five. Undercut. Shoot.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 30, 10, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. To try again after the sack. Stafford, catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
Hey, box up.
3rd and 2, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
53, ready? 61, matchbox lights. No. Easy. Hurry. Bravo. To the middle, let's go.
Throwing again is Stafford. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. D Ford able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
40 got.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Stafford now a perfect 6 for 6 since taking over. Can't ask for better than that. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, gun.
Motion to the backfield.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
All right, D, let's go. All right, D. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
13! 13!
40, check. He's coming.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
13! 13!
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Sixty-five.
Check right, 40. Check right.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin. 58 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper, right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words. Early.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, 74 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, Mike 40. Watch the run. They're running.
Hey, Alpha.
40's Mike.
Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm.
White. Hey, Orbit.
Hey, 40's Mike.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here we go. 180. 21.
Watch QB drop. Check.
On 1st down, here's Breida. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
Here we go. Like 20.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
Hey, Echo.
Mike's 40. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Garoppolo, after the fake give to Breida, completes it to the tight end Kittle. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
23 yards on the play.
11. 6. Pull it off.
Check 26. Spawn. No. Check 3. 40's Mike.
12, fellas. Here we go.
Double.
Hey, Haywood.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Check Mike 40.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, watch out. 80 weapon. Uses the alert.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tartt.
You're trailing, you're trying to get...
Slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down.